Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. We have some catching up to do. We have had a pretty rough weekend, and pun intended when I say rough. Miss Bossa here became a very, very sick girl at the end of last week, and I took her to the vet. And I was pretty scared and pretty emotional, and I will pop that clip in right here. Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. Today, I'm gonna try to make it through this video. I'm hoping this video will end well. But I am sitting at the vet clinic right now in our local town. Bossy is in the vet. She's been pretty sick for the last few nights, and I have done everything that I could for her at home, just trying to, you know, if it was she ate a toad. If it was an allergy attack, if it was something that happens on the farm, with having farm dogs and them getting into things happen. So I went through what I knew to do, at home with, antibiotics and anti-inflammatories, and it didn't solve it. She has loose stool, and she's throwing up. And of course, I know there's a lot of different things it could be. It could be something as simple as Giardia. If you have a lot of chickens, your dogs can contract Giardia from your chickens. Giardia is a stomach bug that is a pretty severe stomach bug, and it causes vomiting, diarrhea, sometimes blood in the stool. It's a bad bacteria in your dog's gut. My dogs have periodically throughout our farm life, they have gotten it. But this wasn't, I don't know how to talk about it without it being kind of gross, but this didn't appear to be that after night 2. And then as of last night was our 3rd night of no sleep, because she was just really uncomfortable. I couldn't get her comfortable. She would lay there and she would whine, and upon feeling her belly, I was just not happy with what I felt. Her belly felt, it wasn't distended, but her belly felt really stiff. It was very obvious that she was in a lot of pain. So last night, to get through the night, I gave her some pain management, and then first thing this morning, we headed out to the vet. They're in there right now. Doc, totally recognized that, she is in a lot of pain. And, of course, my vet's out of town. So I did have to go to, a different vet, but it's a vet that I know. It's a vet that I've worked with in the past, and I like her. She's very, very knowledgeable. She's just extremely expensive. And so she wanted to run a blood panel, of course, to check for pancreatitis, because of the tightness in her stomach, and of course x-rays, which was my big concern. My concern is she found a bone somewhere down in the woods, and she ate it, and she's got a blockage. That's my concern. I didn't even think about pancreatitis, but she's 13 years old. For those of you who don't know, Bossy's 13-year-old chihuahua. And so anyway, I'm just waiting to see what they say. Okay, sorry, that was my veterinarian his secretary calling me. We were looking for blood work because she just had a full blood panel done. And of course, this doctor's going to want to run a blood panel to compare the two. But she just had a full blood panel done before she had her teeth cleaned, about I guess that it was about 15 days ago. Yeah, she had her teeth cleaned and had 16 teeth removed. And so anyway, I'm sitting at the vet. That's what I'm doing today. I decided to go ahead and start this video because I have a feeling that this is what my day is going to be like. This is what my day is going to be. And she's 13. And she's been a big part of this channel since I started it. You guys love, you know, her animation and just the, you know, chihuahua, the, you know, the famous chihuahua farm dog. And I felt like you deserved to know from the beginning. I couldn't make a video, you know, this morning. I was just too much in the throes of just getting her in to get care. But now that she's getting care and I'm just sitting here waiting, I decided to catch you guys up on what's going on. And also because I wanted to document it. Because her daddy's not here. And ironically, her daddy is really not reachable. He's actually on an annual fishing trip that we always take, that I'm not able to go to this year. And so I wanted to document it, in case it is goodbye, that we have this video to look back on. I'll catch you guys up as soon as I know something, but of course my helicopter mom is going through every worst case scenario possible. So I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay, so to catch you up on that, we finally left the vet's office, and it was like 6 hours later, and my head was so full of a mass amount of information and diagnosis that I was just really trying to sort it all out. So the diagnosis was that she obviously picked up some sort of a bacteria, a parasite, that on the farm. I mean, that was the most common, place that it could have come from. We have a farm. There's all kinds of things that she could have picked up. And then that causes, gastroenteritis. And that is something that, it comes in forms of like Giardia. And it's, basically just inflammation, irritation of the intestines, stomach, the digestive tract. So I was like, okay, I've dealt with that before, having a farm, and so that's fine. So put her on a broad spectrum, strong antibiotic. Well, in the process of trying to diagnose her problems, making sure that she didn't have a blockage, the x-rays showed that she not only had gastroenteritis, but she also had gall sludge and gallstones. So the doctor said not to the extent that, like with humans, if we have gallstones, a lot of times you got to go in and have them removed medically, or surgically, I should say. But this was more of a, this can be eradicated with medication, but it's like a month-long medication. And that was a medication that the doctor didn't feel comfortable giving while she was on these other medications, because these other medications are designed to kill things. So there was that. And then on top of gastroenteritis, gall, sludge, and stones, she also has a very bad back. Severe arthritis of the lower spine, And I was just so heartbroken that I didn't have any clue. She never gave me a sign that she has a bad back, that her back hurts. She never, ever even, you know, when we pick her up, she never did. So that again can be treated, but a lot of the medications that treat that are hard on their tummy. And of course her tummy was already extremely upset. So, you know, we wanted to wait on that. So went through all of my options on my medications on that. And of course I chose the one medication that I absolutely love. And that medication is Dasiquin. So I went ahead and I got a bag of Dasiquin for her. And so basically, she was now on a stomach coating medication. She was on a very strong broad spectrum antibiotic. She was on a anti-nausea medication. And then the doc sent me home with a syringe of an anti-diarrhea medication that was just to be given once the day after. So we went home. I, you know, went through my mommy's brain and digested all of this, and it was like, okay, you know, I got to the point to where I'm like, all of this is treatable. All of this is, you know, once we get her on a regimen, it's going to take a while because we've got to get these first medications, and then we've got to treat the gallbladder, and, you know, and then we've got to find out if the Dasiquin is strong enough to treat what's going on with her spine, or do we need something stronger to keep her comfortable, and is it which one, or is it all three that's making her so uncomfortable and so sick? But we've got to take these things in steps. So I was like, all right, we're going to be okay. You know, she's not dying, right? She's going to be all right. It's just going to be a long, expensive road of figuring out how to treat all of these symptoms and get her healed. And of course I was feeling quite terrible as a dog mom because I didn't know any of these things were going on. I just thought she had an upset stomach, maybe a blockage. And now I find out that she's got all of these other things. And of course, how would I know? But still. So went through all of those emotions. We snuggled on the couch and we were good. And we went the first night. And the first night I just thought, you know, she's been through a lot. She was having some breathing issues. But you know, she'd had a rough day. I didn't know if they'd sedated her for the x-rays. So I just kind of left it at that. And, you know, we just snuggled on the couch, and I slept with her on the couch that night. And then the next night the next day, she was just pretty much just stayed on the couch. I gave her, you know, I made eggs for her, brought them to her on the couch, and I went to work, and she seemed okay. She was just sleeping pretty much all day. No more puking. She did have one bout of diarrhea, but after that was pretty, pretty much normal. And it felt like we were on top of the gastroenteritis. And then this happened. And this was about 11 o'clock at night on Saturday night. So that escalated into something that was even much worse than that. And that night, Saturday night, I, honest to God, thought I was going to lose her. I said my goodbyes. I thought she was done. Very, very shallow, quick, labored breathing. and just out of it. I mean, like upside down, mouth open, out of it, and just, you know, and then, you know, and then she would stop. And then she would start again. And I thought I was gonna lose her. So I went ahead and my vet's wonderful. I text my vet, sent him videos, and he got right back to me yesterday morning, which would have been Sunday morning. And he said the antibiotic that she's on can do that. And he said, as much as we don't want to, stop it and be at my clinic first thing in the morning. And then text me, of course, if you know, for whatever reason, that's not the one that's causing this, but that's the only one that should be causing this. So I didn't give her one yesterday morning. By yesterday afternoon, she was still labored breathing, but better. And then, of course, by this morning, you can see she's bright. She's almost back to normal. But we're sitting at the vet's office. And this is our vet that we love so much. This is the vet that did her teeth. And so we're back here, and hopefully they have all of the records from the vet that we went to on Friday, which did a wonderful job. I'm not at all placing any blame there. You know, sometimes dogs have reactions to medications. Vets can't control that. So we are back at the vet to reassess how we are going to treat her, and because we need to make sure that we take care of the stomach bug so that we can move on with our other treatments. So there you are caught up. As you can tell, I am very much up and down because this is still very scary. I didn't even consider that a drug could kill my dog. Even though I know that it can, she's a tough cookie. I just never thought anything like that would bother her. And now that she's back to normal, the other thing that this is telling me is that it was not the gallstones and it's not the osteoarthritis that's causing her pain. It was her tummy issues. So that is very good news. That means that we can continue to just treat these things in a step level, and that her other conditions are not there. They haven't progressed to the point to where they're causing her daily pain, which means that they will probably be very manageable. Well, the gallstones, I hope, will just be gone after the treatment, and the arthritis will be very manageable with hopefully just Dasequin, just a joint supplement. So there you guys go. We are back at the doctor. They are going to squeeze us in at some point today, so I'm just going to call and let them know that I am in the parking lot and that I am here for when they have time to take a look at her. So I will keep you guys updated. And if you haven't found out, this is pretty much just all going to be a vlog about Bossy, because that is where this mama's brain is at right now. In the meantime, while we are waiting to get seen by the doctor, I do have some random stuff since I'm giving you guys an update. Mr. Wonderful has been on the Snake River catfishing, and so Miss Eppie is there with him, and I do have a picture of her that I'll insert here, as well as I took a much needed break yesterday and went to pick blackberries, and while I was there I was able to get some really cool pictures of the cattle that are around that area, and some video of them playing in the pond, which is not something that I get to do very often because I usually see it when I'm driving down the road, and obviously I can't just take random videos of people's cows that I don't know. So these people I do know, and I was able to get permission. But anywho, just a little tidbit of more blackberry picking. Blackberry season is getting to the point to where we are, you know, dwindling down. The blackberries are starting to go away, dry up, and all this heat. But here's that while we wait to get seen by our doctor. What are you guys doing? Cooling off in the afternoon heat? Okay, we get to go in now, see the doctor, our doctor. See what he has to say. Well, we're still in the vet's office, but I do like where the vet is going. We are going to put her on pumpkin and yogurt, which is something that I commonly recommend to my clients. But because there is no more pain in her belly and there is no more blood in her stool, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, you guys, so we are back in the truck. We have a new protocol, and this is one of the things that I really love about my vet. So basically, we are going to go get some yogurt and some pumpkin, and we are going to treat what's left of her stomach issues with that. And not saying that maybe the antibiotic didn't knock some of it out, but this doctor is feeling confident that this will probably solve anything that we have. So unless we start seeing diarrhea or vomiting, he took us, because there is no more vomiting and there is no more diarrhea, he's taking us off of both those meds as well, and he's taking us off of the stomach coating medication because there isn't any blood. So the Dasaquin, he said, is probably going to be perfectly fine. We'll just monitor that. The heart murmur has been diagnosed on this dog and then not diagnosed, and he says, I wouldn't call it a heart murmur, it's more of a rhythm sound deficiency. Like there's one of her beats harder than the other beat, and he actually had to get a special stethoscope out, and this is a young doctor, he's not old, it's not like he can't hear. And he said, yes, there is a test that we can do. The test is expensive, and yeah, we should probably do it in the future, but I don't think that it's an emergency thing. We can do it next year on her annual blood panel. He said she doesn't have a heart murmur that's even really hearable with a stethoscope. So does her heart beat 100% normal? No, but not every dog's does. He says it's not a clear heart murmur. And the gall, he said it's interesting that they diagnosed this with x-rays, but you know, sometimes they can, and he was very, very polite and very gentle and would not say an unkind thing towards the other vet, very respectful that way. He said, but I think we should just go ahead and do an ultrasound. So he did an ultrasound right there. It was very cool. I got to be there with her. She didn't have to be sedated. She got to be in my arms while he did it, and so that was awesome and a first for me. I've been a part of an ultrasound with a dog before, but it was a big dog. I didn't get to hold them. But just another link of trust that he gained from me, by saying, let's just go ahead and ultrasound it. And took a look at the images that she had taken, and said that yes, there is clear arthritis there. Yes, I do think the Dasquin will take care of it. We will keep an eye on the gallbladder, but I don't feel like it's anything that we need to be jumping into treatment, especially knowing that now she has established an allergy to medicines, and this particular medicine that she was allergic to is it's pretty much its own variety. That's gardener's terms, but there isn't a lot of other medications in that same category, so it's not like she's going to be allergic to a lot of things. However, one thing I really love about this vet is that he's not drug happy. He is not somebody who's going to dump a bunch of drugs into my dog, and I appreciate that a lot. So we're headed to the grocery store to go get some yogurt and some pumpkin, and my little girl is drug free. We are not going to take any more drugs. She popped out of bed this morning ready to roar and go, so I'm going to get her home and get her some breakfast with some pumpkin and some yogurt in it, and we are going to go about our day. I need to go to work, and I think that I will probably just take her with me. So I hope that you guys have a great day. Bossy, you want to get up and say goodbye to the people? Huh? Yes? Okay. We hope you have a great day, and we appreciate you coming along and watching this video and videos through all of the ups and downs. And we're very, very happy that our little girl is going to be back out on the farm real soon. Take care, you guys. Yours truly.